I used to be a diehard Saints fan when I was a kid.
People actually get mad at me to this day when they be like, who did you root for as a kid? I was like, we used to root for the Saints.
I'm glad you know, man. So that way we get Caleb this year.
You think you and Caleb? What pick are y'all?
8.
That would be a good spot though. New Orleans, that'd be tough. All right, everybody. We want to welcome a special guest to the show, Tyler Shough, Saints quarterback, played great this year. Just won Pepsi Rookie of the Year. Congrats to him, but we appreciate you coming on the show, brother.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here, man. You guys are freaking beasts, so it's pretty sweet.
All right, in honor of being in New Orleans, what's your favorite NBA YoungBoy song?
Probably Vet Motors.
Vet Motors, your favorite?
Yeah. I just posted Bruce Wayne. His new album's actually pretty good.
Bruce Wayne liked that.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool because I was like trying to think of a caption when I posted this because I was like collab with his label. I was like, this is tough.
Yeah.
And and then he was talking about like black and gold.
Yeah.
Like Batman. I was like, okay, that works.
That's a good pull. I like Untouchable.
Untouchable.
Like his first day out song.
Mm-hmm. That's like, I mean, how old are you? You're
24. How old are you?
I'm 26.
He didn't want to say it.
I went down the rabbit hole. Okay, so that's like us in like middle school, high school, like Untouchable. You're like, okay.
Yeah, so I've known it for
that
a
was
long
like
time.
Don't even talk.
That might have been like 5th grade for me.
You still, yeah.
No, literally. How
old are you, Caleb?
21.
Okay.
In December.
He's not too young.
You're somewhat old.
I'm there.
I'm there for it. A theme song though.
We're getting shocked tonight.
So he already knew what it was. Yeah.
That's hard though.
Yeah.
Who made that song, or is that just?
It was some guy like on Twitter.
Oh, really?
He actually does like, I think he's a rapper.
Really?
I don't know, but it was tough. I thought it was AI at first. Then he was like reposting it, and they put a little video. But I was like, we gotta drop this on like SoundCloud or something.
No, for real. Dog, AI is so crazy now. I be having my homies send me stuff. I be like, bro, that's fake, and they don't even like. It used to be only you can get like the older folks with the AI. Now my homies getting tricked. And it's hilarious.
You don't even know, honestly. It's up in the air. So how do you feel like New Orleans has embraced you your first year?
I feel like for Saints fans, it's such kind of like a small knit community to where it's hard to kind of break through that barrier. You kind of have to be yourself, but like once you kind of engulf yourself in it, like there's no better place to be, in my opinion. Like the fans are super genuine, so I think it's just like what I've learned is just showing up, being around the people in the community, going to restaurants, going to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because it matters. It's not like, New York City or LA or Vegas or Miami or all these larger cities where you can kind of get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
It's pretty real down there.
Nah, facts. I used to be a diehard Saints fan when I was a kid. I literally used to like throw objects at my TV when they lost. I used to be a real fan. I used to get mad at Drew Brees and like
people actually get mad at me to this day when they be like, who did you root for as a kid? I was like, I mean, not the Falcons, but we used to root for the Saints. Everybody from Atlanta would be like, all right, tripping.
Nah. I remember that.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you guys are from Atlanta, right?
Yeah. But
that Minnesota Miracle, that actually, like, I was at a football banquet from my high school. And I'm sitting there just watching the game on the TV, and they're like announcing like awards and stuff. And like Stephon Diggs caught that ball and scored.
Sick.
And I'm sitting like, I almost like cried, like, and I'm sitting there with my heart broken, and they're up there like.
Imagine, you remember the Rams, the no call, the penalty.
Yeah, that was another one. They just
people like will die about that, and it's honestly insane.
Oh, it's a legit thing though.
Yeah,
that was PI. I don't know what that was. That might have been the worst
crime.
I've ever seen.
It was literally a crime.
It was, man. So,
but I'm glad you know, man. So that way we get Caleb this year.
You think you and Caleb? What pick are y'all?
8.
8? Y'all could, yeah.
8.
Y'all got Julian Blackman. He played for safety. He played for us first couple years. Cool dude.
Yeah,
he's a cool
awesome.
Dude. So I know him.
No, we had Jonas Sanker did really well this year. He was balling. We got Jay Reed. We got a good group, but who knows? You got Caleb on the board.
Nah, you're right though.
So
that would be a good spot though. New Orleans, that'd be tough. Nah, let's see. Adversity you faced in college. How did that help mold you and help you get to this point where you're just like, okay, I know who I am, I know what I can do, and I'm just gonna go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I was a backup for Justin Herbert my first 2 years. Coming in, he's like 6'6", 240, throwing, and it's like okay, I got to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
And then I go compete at Texas Tech and, win the job every single year there, but get hurt every single year and break my bone and have a season-ending injury. And it's like people who got injured, so you're rehabbing every single day. You're trying to get back, and then you got to earn everybody's respect. And then you play and you do well, and then you're on the mountaintop, and then, it gets taken back away again. And really you got, people doubting you. You just kind of have to go back to your process. And then for me, it kind of helped me going into my last year at Louisville. I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to have fun.
That's real.
Play with my teammates. We're going to go have fun. And who knows what happens. If I get drafted, I get drafted. If I don't.
Worked out, though.
Yeah. And then that mentality kind of helped me going into the Saints was just everything happens for a reason. And, like, when I get my opportunity, I'm just going to make the most of it. So I think it's hard coming in, especially at a younger age. You don't necessarily know there's a lot on your plate. This the NFL schedule. There's a lot of games. You just kind of have to take it day by day.
I got a question. What was the best conference you played in college?
Yeah, because I played in damn near every one of them. Best conference? Probably Big 12.
Really? You think Big 12 is better than ACC? Ooh.
Well, now, this past year, there was a lot of really good.
So, wait, which conference did you play in? I know you played in Big 12, ACC.
Big 12 this past year?
What else? Yeah, what other conferences?
Well, I played in, it was Texas, Oklahoma. There was Baylor, TCU. Not this. I'm saying when I was playing. ACC, probably, I would say ACC overall. But whenever I was playing, Big 12 was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Texas, Oklahoma, you got.
See, then I was in the Pac-12 when they had the whole Pac-12 too. Pac-12 was.
Yeah, when they had Washington, everybody, they was real. A lot of respect for your story, though, man. Like going through all the trials that you went through and everything like that. What was your process like after the season, after you finished your last season at Louisville, going into the draft? The same thing that I'm doing right now. What was that like for you?
It was a lot because around this time last year, before Senior Bowl, like I was probably the 15th, 20th quarterback on the board.
Before last year or this going
into the draft?
Oh, really?
I was kind of like, I was an older guy who had been injured and blah, blah, blah. And it was like going through this process and going through it with just like humility of like, no, this like help me out. This is like, I got to play. Like, my bones are fine. This is like, I played in 5 different offenses. So it was kind of just this culmination of you got a lot of hype right now, but like still being very open about where you can get better and growing and still having that hunger. It helped me out so much because you're not disappointed by anything. And that way, when I kind of got around a lot of these teams and you're traveling to all these different teams for draft visits and all this stuff, you can either feel like you're the man or you can get beat down by it. But if you just kind of stay even keel, it's really enjoyable.
We had another player that's coming up in the draft, Carnell Tate, and we was asking him like what teams he want to play for and stuff, and like what do you want in the team, and he said he wouldn't mind playing with the Bills, and he said he wants to go somewhere where he'll get a lot of targets. But he mentioned the Saints. Yeah. So credit to you. He was saying that he would like to play with you. What do you think of his game, and how big of an addition to the offense would that be? Since y'all did let Shaheed go, but y'all still got a great receiver in Chris Olave.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with Ohio State. That's what I was saying. Whether it's Caleb or Carnell, I think he's one of, if not the best receivers in the draft. So. What he's been able to do, especially at that age, I think he's only going to keep getting better. It'll be a tough decision with these two guys. So he's obviously done. He's like that. So we'll see what happens, and I know he'd be a good get.
For sure. Nah, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on. We out of time. I mean, we can ask you a lot more. Respect to your story. That's huge.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.